Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. Among Thieves. That's right. I remembered it.
I think I see the
I didn't
camp
have
up
to
ahead.
look it up earlier. Where the fuck am I going? I think I keep going this. Right. I'm going towards the camp.
Okay,
You ready?
wait, just hold on a sec.
Three months, and you have found nothing.
Well, now, wait a minute. We've been...
Commander!
That must be Lazarevich.
This man was caught stealing artifacts from site number 5.
You would betray me for this?
No, Zoran, I can't explain.
No need. I am surrounded by traitors and fools!
What do you say we really ruin this guy's day?
Do it.
Spread out! Search the perimeter! Go!
Alright, it's all yours, kid. I'll cover you from here. Some fool left a sniper rifle up here. Careful, Nate. Looks like they left a couple of sentries behind.
All right. And what a surprise. You know, you shouldn't betray the crazy
It's
fucking
showtime.
dude. Shocking, I know, but I mean, whatever. So, the first time I played this, right, I thought about that. Okay, right, I lost my pistol and everything.
paying us enough for
And I was wondering, like, because obviously he didn't care about the item. Like, he obviously didn't give a fuck about it because it was there. It was the fact that the guy was stealing from him, which I get. So my question is if that guy had, instead of, stealing it, if he had, like, went up to the dude, like, went and got the thing, and was like, oh, this can't be worth a lot, and then instead of pocketing it and getting caught, if he had, like, went up to Lazarevic and been like, hey, is this important? And then, no. So it's like, can I have it, like, as a souvenir? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know that if somebody asked me a question like that, I would probably let them keep it as a souvenir. Because if it's no good to me, why bother denying him, right?
That's right.
Man, I have a feeling that the stealth is also a little bit easier on easy mode, because that's the best I've done that. I usually get caught by one of those guys seeing me.
Man, this Lazarevich guy isn't screwing around, Sully. You should see all this stuff. He's got files on every expedition to find Shambhala, all the way back to the 1600s.
What about Marco Polo's journals?
Here they are.
Just hurry it up, you haven't got much time.
Yeah. The worthy pilgrim is granted a golden passport to conquer obstacles on his journey to Shambhala. Huh.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Beats me. Hold on. Here we go. It was with great sorrow that I left my fellow travelers to their fate. A fate decreed by the dreadful cargo we bore from Shambhala.
You must have thought that tsunami was some kind of divine retribution.
Wait a minute. Damn. Sully, I don't think the Chintamani stone is here.
What?
Listen to this. I would have sooner endured the wrath of Kublai Khan himself than remove the Chintamani stone from that sacred shrine. Marco Polo never had the stone.
Then what dreadful cargo is he talking about?
I don't know.
Well, if the stone's not here, what the hell is Lazarevich looking for?
Shambhala.
Here in Borneo? He's a little wide of the mark, don't you think?
He must be trying to pick up Marco Polo's trail. Back to Shambhala.
Why?
Because the stone is still there. Chloe, can you talk?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm here.
In all this digging they've done, have they found any bodies, any remains at all?
No, now that you mention it, nothing. Why?
Over 600 people were shipwrecked here, yet there's no bodies. Don't you find that a little odd?
So where did they all go?
Where would you go if a tsunami hit?
To higher ground.
Bingo. We head to that mountain. What do you bet we find Marco's pals? Chloe, can you meet up with us?
Already on my way.
Great.
Uh-oh. Nate, you gotta get out of there.
You're gonna have to give me a minute, Sully.
You don't have a minute.
What's the... They're all dead.
Crap.
Stay down, kid. I got you covered.
So here's a part of the game that always annoyed me, right? It's like, oh, there's grenades there. Now we're going to pause the game and show you the most inefficient way to throw a grenade, which is by aiming and hitting left trigger. Whereas if you just hold left trigger, you can aim without... Oh, shit, I don't know why I threw two. That's my bad. But yeah, if you just hold left trigger, just like the last one, you get that little curve that makes it so much easier to aim, and you don't come out of cover doing it. Granted, it doesn't matter. This part here, you can't do stealthily, mainly because A, you know, they make you throw that first grenade. Man, I can take a fuck ton of bullets. Maybe I could have done this. Well, I don't know. Maybe I could have done this on normal. Who knows? Because I'm taking way too many bullets here. I imagine it'll get harder when we go, though. I'm gonna be really fucking thankful
How's that feel?
for easy mode once we actually get to like the supernatural shit in this one, because the supernatural enemies in this game fucking suck. So as you can see, Sully is up there. He is sniping. He does kill guys, thankfully. He just very slowly. I guess technically, if you could find a safe spot, you could theoretically just hold out and let Sully kill most of them. I mean, you can't let him kill all of them because obviously he's there and he can't shoot guys that aren't, you know, within range. Or like that he can't see from there. You also get dickheads like this guy who fucking sneak around the side and try and do that shit to you. They come from the right and the left. I think he gives you a warning every time. But I'm not sure. Obviously, I can't. That's another reason why I'm playing this on easy is when you plug headphones into a PlayStation 4 controller, if you want sound through the controller, that means that sound doesn't go through the speakers at all. Which, you know, normally if you're just playing a game with headphones, that's fine. But it doesn't send the sound through the speakers at all. Which means that if I plug the headphones in, I get zero audio, or zero game audio to put in the video. Ow. Which, as you can imagine, is not ideal when doing a Let's Play. I mean, there are some people who will do... Where the fuck did I just get shot from? Oh, there it is. Who will do Let's Plays with, like, very little game audio. Like, I remember watching... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, I don't remember what video it was. It was some video, though, right? And the guy had said that he had... I can't remember exactly, but it was like when he did the recording, right? His game had no audio to it when he,
Help me, kid. You gotta take out
not the best spot to go, by the way, because they drop down from above
got
you,
you, Sully.
which obviously can fuck you pretty hard like that. I don't know what just unloaded into me that last time, but I mean, there's a lot of guys around, so I could came from pretty much in there. Oh shit. Get that guy first, and then... Where the fuck did you go? Get back here. That up. Oh, shit. But yeah, he said that there was, like, no game audio, and so he had to re-record it, right? Which I've had to do. I mean, the very first episode of Uncharted, because I didn't know about the... about how when you had sound through the headphones that you didn't get it through the speakers, therefore you didn't get it through the capture card, which means that it obviously can't capture that. So I ended up having to re-record the very first episode of Uncharted that I did. Which, you know, it wasn't bad because it was like the first episode, and it's a game that, well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't even matter if it's a game that auto-saves or not, because it just wouldn't. Because, I mean, even if it auto-saves, it was the first chapter, so what difference does it make?
Some of this.
I don't know why I was hitting the one button to try and throw that grenade. But yeah, so, you know, I've had to do that. But then when I was watching it right after he said that, I was listening, and you couldn't really hear the game audio anyway. He had it so low. And like I've had that issue while editing where it's like exactly how loud should I have the game audio, because obviously if I have it too loud, it's going to drown me out. And if I don't have it loud enough, you're not going to hear it. And if I have it at just the right amount, we're going to it's going to be like me and the characters talking over each other, which would suck. So I think I, you know, walk the line pretty well with it, but I mean, I haven't had any complaints yet, so it is hard. But a lot of people tend to go for very quiet game audio, where it's like, well, for example, like a game like this, right? Some guys will do it, and pretty much the only game audio you hear is an explosion.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Hello. What do we have here?
With any luck, the last resting place of Marco Polo's crew.
Shall we check it out?
So, as you can imagine, this is pretty silly.
Wow, this place must be thousands of years old.
At least.
Hey guys,
Down
done?
this way. Wow. Looks like we hit the jackpot.
Anyway,
be hundreds of
obviously,
bodies
you know, he's like, oh, they never found any
the
bodies. Look
teeth.
at all the bodies in here.
They're all black.
No matter where they were looking, right? So obviously it doesn't really make
Must have
sense
taken
that this
refuge
thing was
here
like
during the
that
tsunami.
fucking close.
Hey, I think I found something.
But I mean,
In here.
What?
they
They
probably
must
just
carried
didn't want
their
you to have to
cargo
walk up
all
like
the
an
way up
entire
here after
mountain.
they were shipwrecked.
Are you done? All right.
More resin. I've seen this before. Sully, give me a light.
That's awesome. So this here is one of the parts where when you're
This is
doing the
blood.
speed run, it goes
everywhere.
significantly faster than the first time you go through, because you're supposed to be following this blood trail, right? And it
Let's
leads you
follow
all
the
the way
blood
down
stains.
and around there.
We'll see if they
Whereas
lead
if you
somewhere.
know where to go, it's literally directly across the hall. Like, it could not be closer to
Understand
where
that
you
this
pick up the
wall-
resin.
Yeah, that's odd.
So yeah, like when I
Smells a
first
little.
played that,
Sully, help
obviously
me
it
out.
took me a while because I was following the blood and I lost the trail and whatnot. Then like on the speed run, it's just like, oh, 5 feet away.
I think I hurt myself.
So as you probably noticed, like we have 2 people with us right now, right?
Trail
And
leads in
generally
here.
when that happens, there's no enemies around.
More bodies.
There are a couple
maybe
situations
I'm crazy,
later, but
it
most
looks like
of
they
the
all
time,
killed
if you have
each
more
other.
than one person with you, you're probably not going
just
to get
getting
into a
spooked.
fight.
Look at this. What do we have here?
Careful.
Christ almighty.
Just kidding.
Nate, you're gonna give me a goddamn heart attack.
Oh,
Man, is that an ugly friggin' thing?
What is it? Some kind of weapon?
no, it's a purba. It's a ritual object from Tibet. It's used to destroy obstacles.
Huh?
You know, spiritual ones.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait, could this be what Marco Polo was talking about?
Kid, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
In his journal, he wrote that the worthy seeker would be given a golden passport to conquer obstacles on the journey to Shambhala.
So, what? This is it?
Look, that's all really interesting, but where the hell is it a passport to?
Well, maybe this map would help.
Let me see that. Between Greater India and the province of Tibet lies a field of exquisitely finished temples. Hundreds of gilded spires stretching as far as the eye can see.
Hold on, I know this place. It's in Nepal.
Yeah, except it's not just a field of temples anymore, it's a city.
Well, that could make things a little more challenging.
Now, hold on, there's more. In all these many temples, only one conceals the secret path to Shambhala. And that path shall only be revealed to the pilgrim who bears the golden passport.
All right, nice work, kid.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here.
All right. See ya.
I like how he said goodbye to the skeleton. What was I gonna say? Fuck. I can't. Shit. I had it like just after that cutscene started, and then I fucking forgot.
I'm gonna go out and make sure the.
Oh yeah,
coast is clear and see
there's
what-
since the last one, I still haven't started Uncharted 3. Because I started the DLC in Watch Dogs, and I still haven't finished like the side shit that I'd like to do before I record the next part.
God damn it.
Come on.
Harry! In here! It's Drake!
What the hell are you...
Get your hands up.
You sure know how to pick 'em.
Shut up, Sully.
Should have known it was you. And you, Victor goddamn Sullivan. You still dragging this tired old sack of shit around?
Easy, Nate.
That's pretty ballsy for a guy who spent the last 3 months behind bars.
Better than pissing away 3 months in the jungle without a clue.
Found the ships though, didn't I?
Couldn't find your own ass with both hands.
And a map.
They came from down there. Whoa. Harry, look at this.
Speaking of maps, between India and Tibet, one temple will reveal a
Pathway to Shambhala. Jesus, Flynn, while we're young.
Oh, no. Don't be such a bad sport. Take them to Lazarevich. You're gonna wish you'd stayed in prison, mate.
Move.
Come on, keep moving.
Shit.
Are you all right?
Yeah, well, it'll make it look more believable. Now I'm gonna try and buy you some time.
No, Chloe, you have to come with us.
No. Just meet me in Nepal. Now run.
Let's go.
I like her.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So this here is another one of those sections that on the higher difficulties can be fucking horrible, right? Because like on the higher difficulties, obviously you die really quickly. Even in, like, they do give you a little bit extra, obviously, because otherwise you would really be fucked. But even so, like, there's two things that have to happen for you to make it through that on brutal, right? There's, you have to stick to the right wall as much as possible, because otherwise you're just dead. And when you get to that guy, you have to hit X and hope that you get an insta-kill on him, otherwise you're also fucked.
Now what do we do?
We jump?
Oh, hold on there, Sundance. You gotta be out of your mind. We'll break our goddamn necks.
If we get caught, Lazarevich will break them for us.
I'm getting too old for this bullshit.
Oh, come on, now don't you start this again.
Listen, I don't have your luck. Guys like me gotta know when to walk away from the table.
Sully, we're gonna get out of this, okay? We always do.
Yeah. You go meet your girl in Nepal. I'm going somewhere warm.
Come on.
Hey, you can tell me all about it when you get back. There they are!
Oh, shit.
Well, shall we?
After you, Butch.
See you in hell, kid!
Shit.
When you said Lazarevich had a head start on us, you weren't kidding.
Well, he's had some help from the local guerrillas. The city's been on the brink of civil war for years. He just needed to throw a little gasoline on the fire.
Charming.
Yeah, well, all the chaos provides some cover while he destroys the city looking for the right temple. Nate? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
Oh, me? Never.
Good, because I'm so ready to be done with these clowns. You got a map?
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the old market. Things are pretty quiet over there.
All right, you got it. I got company.
Oh, great. Can you lose them?
I think it might be too late for that. Come on.
Nate, are you alright?
I've been better.
Oh shit. So no driving segments in this game. Or yeah.
Ever give up?
Is there? No, I don't think so. Like the first one had those couple sections where you were on the Sea-Doo. The only vehicle section, obviously, you weren't the one driving. Oh shit! I thought I had like 3 clips in that, not 1 or not 2. Oh well, doesn't matter. This one here, there's none. 4, there seems to be quite a bit though.
Okay. The old market. Ought to be this way.
Find him.
Crap.
Go, go, go! He's here somewhere. Keep your eyes open.
Oh no, why can't I get... See, now this here is one of those sections where, like, because this level here is one of the ones that has a time trial trophy tied to it. And as you can imagine, things like that are really fucking bad. Oh, no.
Damn it!
Come here. There we go. Because, like, obviously I didn't have control over him at all. But the timer is definitely still going at that point. So, like, the entire time where, like, some of this shit is happening, it's just horrible. And this level especially is really bad for, like... I'm just looking for ammo, by the way. I do know where I'm going. Is really bad for not cutscenes, you know? Like that there. It wasn't technically a cutscene, but I had no control over my character during the point. So it's like this level, I can't remember what the other one is, but there's this level and another one that's really bad for it. And I mean like really fucking bad for it, and it's so stress inducing when you're getting close to the end because you just know all the stuff that you didn't have control over. And then like the last one is really fucking easy because you have full control over your character for the entire thing. So, I mean, it's just really, really nice. But this is where it starts to get a little bit heavier combat for a bit. Like there's for a couple chapters. I say chapters because, you know, that's how the game records them. I mean, if it was me, I probably would have been able to cut down the 22 chapters into like 7 or 8, maybe. Just because there's so many chapters that all take place in like the same area. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, this is also the first time where we get the FAL. Which the FAL is it's a burst fire rifle with a scope. And now normally, like when I first played through it, I used it. I didn't realize that you had to click in to get to the scope. So I played through like the entire game and I used the FAL a lot and just never scoped in because I didn't know that it was a thing. Ah, I got you. So this section here is, I think, doable stealthy. Really fucking hard, but I've never done it myself, but I do think it's... Did this guy not have... Oh, there it is. It's a pistol. But I imagine it's doable. I I'm not going to bother.
Play nice.
Oh. So the nice thing about the burst fire, at least, is even if... So there's two things about the burst fire, right? Obviously, if you're a little bit off, you can correct and still get them in the head. And sometimes when they flinch, it'll get them in the head anyway. And the other thing about it is if you manage to sink all three into their bodies, even on normal, I do believe, it still kills them in one go. So you don't even need to get the headshot with it if they're close enough. Now these guys start showing up. The guys with the shield there. They are fucking dumb to deal with. Mainly because you do that and that's it. You're done with them. But there are situations where it's like, fuck, like either I don't have a grenade or they're just not in a very good grenade position. But overall, they should be difficult, but aren't. And the nice thing about them is after you do that, you can get the riot shield. And you don't even get like too much out of cover when you're using it. Oh my, look at that firing squad there. Like, Jesus Christ. There we go. So yeah, like if you ever have it, it's really good. Obviously not so much on Brutal, because on Brutal, you never want to come out of cover. And these guys can still... Oh, look at that. Master Shield Attacker. So that's like an in-game achievement. There's no trophy for... Like, they have a bunch of combat rewards for shit like that. You know, like kill so many people with X weapon. Or, you know, melee kill, stealth kill, all of that. A lot of them have... Okay, I don't think there's any more bad guys. There will be more in a minute, but not right now. Oh, yep, there they are. But yeah, not all of them have trophies. Oh, fuck, that was the wrong button. Trophies tied to them. But and I don't think you get anything for them either. Like, because they have obviously the rewards and whatnot, but I don't think that you get any rewards for it as well. So that one there, actually, all you have to kill is like the 3 guys to get off the truck, and then that happens.
Seems like I am always saving your ass.
Well, it is an ass worth saving.
Oh, is that an ancient Tibetan ritual dagger in your pocket?
Oh, maybe I'm just happy to see you. Yeah, hello.
So this is the key to everything.
Yes, it is. Marco Polo's passport to Shambhala.
What do we do with it?
Ah! I have no idea, actually. I do know Lazarevich won't get very far without it.
I wouldn't underestimate him, you know. He and Flynn have been tearing this city apart. They must have leveled dozens of temples already. So what's our next move? Nate? I hate it when you do that.
Check this out. You see the symbol?
Yeah.
Look up there.
Okay, I see the resemblance, so what does it mean?
It means we know how Marco Polo found his next clue. The temple we're looking for is going to be marked with this emblem. Now all we have to do is find it.
You do realize there are literally hundreds of these temples throughout the city?
Yes, but if we found a higher vantage point...
We could spot our needle in the haystack.
Right.
There's a hotel not far from here.
Chloe, now is not the time.
It's easily the tallest building in the city.
Right. Well, okay. That's good thinking.
Follow me.
Yep.
So here's the thing that I don't get about this, right? Like, I understand that Lazarevich needs to find the thing. He signed on with the guerrillas to help, quote unquote, help them so that he could get into the city and whatnot. As she said, he's already leveled lots of temples. It's like, one, the odds of you finding like a hidden thing by leveling the temple is very, very slim. And two, even if you manage to find the right temple, like, odds are you're going to destroy whatever was, like, if you're going to level it, you're going to wreck whatever the fuck it is. that you're there, like that you're gonna destroy your clue or you're gonna bury it under so much rubble. Like, it's just ridiculous to me how some of these bad guys in games such as this go about doing shit. It's like, oh, I need to find this thing that was built like, well, fucking forever ago to lead me to this other mystical, magical place or whatever. So I'm just gonna blow up everything and hope that, you know, this ancient whatever survives. It's just fucking retarded to me. Okay, so this here, I do believe, yeah. You're not at, so that door is locked, that's why we came around here. You're not actually allowed to shoot that lock off from there. You have to spawn these guys before you're allowed to shoot the lock off. Now, on Brutal, with infinite ammo and whatnot, the easiest way to do this is to not do it this way. Well, it is and it isn't. Really, dude? Get the... Okay, I'm coming down for you then. It's to hang off of that, yes. But it's also to just throw grenades repeatedly. So once you get down here, if you're on anything besides Brutal, you want to open this up because then Chloe comes through and helps you fight. If you're on Brutal, doing that will get you killed.
I got him.
Well, that was nice of him to fucking stand on it. Because, yeah, obviously if you're on Brutal, going out to open that door, you're just dead. Like, you're not going to live long enough for her to actually, or for you to actually kick the door open.
On the fire.
But obviously on easy and even on normal, and I think even on hard. I don't remember about crushing. But I think even on hard, it's still worth it to go and kick the door open because you will take a little bit of damage, but you'll live. So, as you could probably tell, the regular soldiers, and by regular I mean the gray ones, they take the 3-round burst and die. The soldiers in the black armor, oh god, do take a little bit more. They are a little bit healthier. Oh, I saw... Nice, there they are. So yeah, I mean, there is that. And then we get soldiers... Pretty soon they're going to be introduced. I think it's when we first get to the hotel, or first get into the hotel that we're heading towards. That the armored soldiers that fucking suck ass appear. I don't know if we'll make it in. I don't think we'll make it into the hotel, but I think we will make it to the hotel. From there. So that right there, running down this hallway is actually the end of the chapter from where the truck started chasing you. And you have to do all of that in like 7 minutes, I think it is. 7.5 minutes or something like that. Fucking hard as shit to manage that. Just because of how long, because like...
this way.
When those, at the beginning with the soldiers, I don't have control. When Chloe fires the rocket launcher, all of that... no, like, wait, no, wait.
Any day now.
Just
Maybe
don't
that
want
is
to get a
a
splinter.
cutscene then.
That was
I'm not sure. I know there's like 2 or 3 portions of that I had no control over, but it was like the timer was still going. And it fucking annoyed the fuck out of me. Okay, Desperate Times. Okay, so that's the hotel we're heading towards right there. But it's showing me, it's like, oh no, the Resistance? I don't know. He said that they were getting help from guerrilla fighters. I don't know. So I imagine that the Resistance is actually who Lazarevich is working with. I guess. I don't know if they're like a Resistance or what.
I don't like
maybe
these
they're
odds.
just bad guys who want to take control.
No, I think maybe we should cut over to the hotel a different way. Just avoid this crew altogether. I'm sorry, do you have a plan to go along with that grenade?
Yes, I do. I'm going to circle around this way, break up their little party.
Aren't you forgetting about somebody?
Well, that's where you come in, sweetheart. I need you to take care of him. But, do it quietly.
Do it quietly.
Yeah.
Are you sure about this?
Desperate times, right?
What does that mean?
So this part, right? It is prime, like, do this stealthy section. And you can't. Purely because of Chloe. Like, by all means, we should be able to make it to the hotel without being seen anyway. But as soon as you take... Also, there's a garbage truck outside, so hopefully that's not going to come through too bad. But yeah, as soon as you take out that guy, she does that.
Damn it!
And look at those guys immediately saw me. Of course. Oh, look at that. See, look at, like I said, if you get the fucking burst fire, right, you can clip them in the head on the way by. So this guy with the shield is a little bit harder to deal with, because not only is he further away, but Chloe fucks with him. So obviously, like that, right? Oh, there we go. I think if that was anything, if we were on anything but easy, I don't think that would have got him. Oh shit, they do like to do that to you, which isn't too bad. Once again, on easy, not too bad. Because this truck, honestly, isn't the best place to hide out in the higher difficulties, because obviously they'll just whip grenades at you constantly. Like, not constantly. It's not like fucking Call of Duty veteran mode where everybody is just loaded with grenades, has like their own body weight in grenades. Zoom in a bit. There we go. I keep double tapping those fucking normal soldiers and it's wasting my bullets. So this part here annoys me a little bit just because of like the sheer amount of guys that are here.
Oh, how's that feel?
Go. Like, there are so many bad guys that you have to deal with here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, the first time I played this, I honestly thought that it was like, oh, I have to do something to get them to stop spawning. Now, I think that if you run ahead and go into that temple, I think it will force them to stop early. But I'm not 100% on that. Oh. I think all it does is maybe change where they spawn. Because, yeah, like, as you can see, they're all coming from, like, around the corner where you can't see them. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I mean, eventually, you know, you would run out of ammo. And, like, on the higher difficulties, it's, like, necessary to go for headshots. Otherwise, you're not going to fucking kill the guy in less than, like, a clip. But still. So, now that those guys are... Because I think some guys come from this way. Or maybe I do have to advance. Oh, yeah, okay. So it looks like I do have to advance a little bit. Okay, get some more. Well, pick up that gun. Thank you. Some more. There's a lot of guys with these guns around. Oh, she's still taking cover. Oh, right. Okay, so from there. Okay, got that guy. A lot of shit in the road. There we go. Ah, there we go.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is probably a bad idea because that thing probably is right there. Yep, that was definitely not the best idea. So you can deal with the shield guys a couple different ways. Obviously, the grenade is like the way to do it. Oh shit! Pick this up. But you can also shoot them, and they will. Like fall down like that guy there just did, which really fucking helps. Because like if you're out of grenades, come on, where are you? There you are. So then there's these assholes, right? So what you want to do is make sure you're over here, get that ready, and just pop. Because this shield is fucking amazing and fucking prevents those bullets, like 50 caliber rounds, from coming through it, which I guess is feasible. It's just there's not a whole lot that will stop a 50 caliber round. Like, one to the glass would fucking annihilate me. So the reason that he just said how many soldiers did he hire isn't because the truck showed up. It's because there's a bunch of guys that just spawned behind me. So this here is another thing that I've always wondered about games like this, right? Well, not necessarily games like this one, right? But games where, like, the main bad guy is after, well, let's say the Chintamani stone for the money, right? Like, because most of the time, shit like this, you have to assume that's for the money. Like, they do it in... I think that's the main reason most of the bad guys are after shit in Tomb Raider, right? Is because they just want the money. The guy in the first Uncharted... What did he... I don't remember what he wanted. I think he just wanted... Like, the guy that you fight at the very end just wanted the money, and he was using the other guy to fund the expedition, so, you know, he wasn't... Or actually, you know what? That's not even quite true, because he didn't even... Because the guy funding the expedition was the one who went and found that guy, right?
Well, this is the hotel. Just have to find a way up.
So, I mean, the guy... Oh, fuck, I did pick up... whatever. That'll work. So, like, the guy you fight at the end didn't even want it. But, like, this guy here,
What?
Lazarevich, he isn't after it for
Check this
money.
out, there's a fire escape.
Even though you have to assume at this point that he is. But the ones where they are after it for the money that I'll bring in, I would really like it if... And, like, I've had this idea before. I should really maybe go on... Because I'm assuming most people know about, like, you know, the Game Theorist channel. And Matt Pat and all the shit he does. I'd really like someone to figure out, in a game such as this, how much money... Like, I don't know exactly how you would manage this, because I don't know where you would find that information. But I would really like someone to figure out exactly how much money one of these dickheads spent on, like, soldiers and equipment and everything, right? To find these artifacts and whatnot that they plan on selling for a fuck ton of money. Okay, so I think my ammo is almost full. That is full. I don't think this is, but that's fine. It's my backup anyway. Because, yeah, there's sometimes where it's like right now, like he said, how many soldiers did he hire? Like, he has to pay all these guys.
I think this is our best bet. Give me a boost.
So, like,
You got it.
like, how much money has this guy spent attempting to find it? Like munitions, guns, vehicles, men.
Come on up.
Like, it has to be so fucking much. And he gets, like, helicopters and everything involved.
Right.
Tanks,
so far.
like... And then the
another way in?
transportation
Not
costs,
from
like,
here.
fuel costs and everything to get there. Like, it must
Very
be
resourceful.
absolutely astronomical how much fucking money it cost this guy to get all these guys here. Like, just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, fuck.
All right, I'm in.
So, like, here's where we find my favorite soldiers. These dickheads.
Oh, crap.
So, the guy on the right, obviously normal. The guy on the left, fucking heavily armored. So, the bad thing about these guys, now that, once again, is this here is why I play on easy, by the way. Like, from now on, like, up until this point, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have put it on easy. From this point on, I'm not going to care that it's on easy because of these guys. Like, these guys show up a lot. And you can hurt them if you shoot them in the foot because there's no armor. But obviously you're shooting them in the foot. It's not going to do much. Anywhere else on their body, when you shoot them, it's armored. Now, if you shoot it enough, you knock the armor off and then you can hurt them there. Like I did with that guy there. It took 6 bullets to knock off his helmet and then I popped one in his head and he died. They show up a lot.
Well, that was unpleasant.
You must have hit a generator. Give me a hand. Just a little more.
Nate, move!
It's no good. I'm gonna have to fix the power to get you out. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I wish I'd brought something to read.
Looks like the circuit breaker's on the top floor. Just sit tight. I'll take care of it.
All right, it is electrician time.
Great.
So we did make
Power's
it
out,
to
the
the
girl's trapped. I
hotel.
swear to God, if there's a zombie around
I
the next
honestly
corner-
thought that fight outside of it there would take longer, but I guess not. Okay, so yeah. What I would also like to see is a game kind of like this or Tomb Raider, whatever. But like, okay, so Nathan Drake, obviously treasure hunter extraordinaire, whatever, he's known for it, right? Obviously has probably done stuff and found artifacts and whatnot without all of this. Like without all of the gunfire, the civil wars, the soldiers, everything, right? Like he's probably had situations where he's done the research, he's found the shit, and he's just went and got it, right? Probably had to do some climbing, some jumping, whatever, right? Some exploration to get there and whatnot. But just without all the gunfire. What I would love to see is a game where that's the game. Where there's no gunfire, there's no soldiers, there's no mythological shit going on, no curses, nothing, right? Where it's just, is there less soldiers here? Oh.
That's good.
It's, fuck, I don't know if it's still an insta-kill on these guys, though. Oops. I could have swore that 3 dudes came out of there. Oh shit, did you see that? I surprised the guy. Oh shit, you see that? I surprised that guy too. Oh, I'm full on grenades. I was wondering why I couldn't pick it up. Because like I really enjoy the sections, and I mean like they could have sections like this too, where like you're going through buildings in like a city and whatnot, looking for something. But just have it be like normal, like not like all these soldiers, not collapsing buildings, nothing extraordinary, just a normal jaunt through ruins and whatnot. You know, have the puzzles in there and everything to solve. And just go for it. Like, I would absolutely love a game like that. And now, you might be saying, it's like, oh, well, I mean, they have games like that. It's like, maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of one like that. And I mean, they could still have guns in it. And maybe, like, you know, wild animals and whatnot that you have to deal with. Because, you know, animals are around. They do stuff. But I would just love to play a game where all it is, like, the tomb raiding, the exploration and whatnot. Like, instead of all of this, like, you know, oh my god, there's a civil war brewing, or I don't know why I keep saying civil war, because, you know, this is mainly Lazarevich that I'm dealing with here. But I mean, it's still like I would still love to see it. It would be like that would be one of my favorite games, probably. Maybe. I mean, it would depend on how it was done, obviously. But I love exploring and shit. Like, when I play games, I explore like a motherfucker. Like, for example, I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur in my downtime instead of doing my Watch Dogs side content. And yeah, like, I explore the fuck out of that game. I've never beaten that game, but I've done so much, and every time, obviously, I stop playing it, it's way too long the next time I pick it up. So I end up restarting. But I have explored so much in that game and have gotten nowhere, because that's all I do is just run around and explore. Like, I'll do the quests in it, but when I get to them, I'll do them. It's not like I don't aim for the quests. I just explore the areas, and when I happen by one of my quest objectives, I decide to do it. It's like, oh, all right, I guess I'll do this now then, since I'm here. And yeah, like, I fucking love it, even though I've never beaten it. And I do the same thing in, like, Skyrim and Fallout.
Well, here we are.
Now we just gotta find the right temple.
Well, that may be easier said than done.
No, tell me about it. Maybe we can... Oh, bingo. There it is.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
The one in the middle of all the gunfire and explosions.
Lucky us.
Nate, that's right where Lazarevich is camped. I was hoping we'd be headed in the opposite direction.
Well, desperate times, right?
Drake has been spotted in Sector 18.
Oh, crap. Any chance this is Sector 19?
Sweep the city, find him, and take him out.
Son of a bitch. All right, time to go.
Come on, Nate, let's get moving.
Any chance this is Sector 19? That would be fucking hilarious. Now I think this'll well, I don't think so. I know it will be. Dealing with this helicopter will probably be.
Careful.
I know it will be, and I still say probably. It will be the last thing we do. Now this fight, right, has got to be fucking. This is another one of those points, right, where it's like, I think I said this before, where if somebody came up to me and said that they beat Uncharted 2 on Brutal without using tweaks, I wouldn't believe them. This fight is one of those reasons why. I use tweaks, and like, if it wasn't for, like, I still almost died at times. So what you want to do here, right, is you can't stay here for too long, otherwise the helicopter will circle around so that it can hit you and will annihilate you. Now, as you're fighting here, you might think it's like, oh, well, take out the helicopter, right? You can't. You cannot currently take out the helicopter. Now, hopefully one of these guys dropped a regular pistol. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's a micro one. I'll take that. Because you need explosives. You can't hit it with a grenade, for obvious reasons. And, obviously, I never had a chance to pick up. I guess I had that one rocket launcher.
Yeah, never better.
So I don't know if you can like grab that rocket launcher and bring it here, it won't kill the helicopter in one hit anyway. So I mean, it would be more or less a waste. Like it would get you like an extra hit on it, but that would be it. Like overall, it wouldn't be fucking worth it. But I mean, it is a thought. That it is something that you could technically do. Oh, shit. There we go. But yeah, like not like this exact section, by the way. Like this part here is where I died a bunch, by the way. Like right there. Because like I dropped down and those three guys are there, and the worst part about it is you respawn right here. Like when your checkpoint is right when you drop through. So like as soon as you drop in, you are being shot at again.
This isn't
like
good.
immediately, and it is fucking infuriating. So another thing that you have to watch out for is this dickhead. Now these guys didn't pose. I don't think that those guys killed me at all on Brutal, because I knew they were coming. But not knowing that they're coming, because once again on Brutal you die in one hit. Also, the first time I played it, I died here a significant amount of time because that cutscene wouldn't activate. Like at one point I literally jumped and smacked the glass and the cutscene wouldn't activate for me and I just died.
We were almost in that.
I was so fucking annoyed because it happened to me like 4 or 5 times as I was playing it the first time. Where just like I couldn't, like I honestly thought that I was doing something wrong.
Come on.
Because I just kept dying. I'm like the first time I did, I jumped and it's like, oh, maybe I just missed it, right? So I tried again, still didn't get it. So then I'm like, what am I fucking doing wrong? And it took a few tries after that until I was like, ow, fuck me. So as you probably noticed there, Dickhead has a grenade launcher. That is what you have to use to take out the helicopter. Fuck me. He nailed me with it. Like, he fucking clobbered me with it. Oh, come on. So, from this point on, there are grenade launchers just all over the place. And that's how you have to take it down.
Sweet.
It's not easy.
Tell me about it. The resistance fighters.
Because obviously the helicopter's shooting at you. But what you can do to make it a little bit easier on yourself, the shittiest part about it is actually that I lose my FAL. Oh, whoops, which I probably shouldn't get rid of quite yet. Because there are these guys out there. But I mean, overall, that's fine. Because, you know, after you take down the helicopter, there's a bunch of guys that spawn as you go. So, you know, you do get to pick up some weapons. So, like, as you can tell, the helicopter is still not here until you go down here. And then there it is. And now from this point on, I have to attempt to take down this helicopter with the grenade launcher. And it moves, as you can tell. And you have to try and just, like, move around your cover. And hope that you can make it so that it can't shoot at you. It moves a lot. Like, I'm honestly shocked that I've hit it as many times as I have. Because a lot of times, too, I will, like, try and lead it like that, and I'll fucking whiff. You can hit it anywhere. Like, you can hit it in the blades, too. That also works. Oh, fuck me. That was... God, I am so proud of myself. Oh. There we go. I fucking headshotted that guy with the fucking pistol flying fire. That was awesome. You know, obviously he was like right next to me, so. Oh. Okay, well I don't want to do that, so I'll just do that. There we go. Another headshot. And, oh shit. So it does this a lot, which obviously fucking sucks. Oh wait, that's got to be ammo for my. Yep. Okay, take cover there. It's, like I said, it's not fucking easy because it's constantly moving. But obviously, if you have tweaks on, you can have infinite ammo, and you can just unload blind fire at it until it fucking works. And that's all I did. Pick up an AK. Actually, you know what? I didn't use up too much of the fucking... Like, I barely used any of the grenade launchers that are around. So I'll probably end up grabbing a couple more, right? I don't... Maybe, I don't know. They might just like despawn them. Yeah, I think they do. They might just despawn them once once the helicopter goes down, because there is significant amounts of them. Like, they're all over the place while you're fighting it, because obviously it's the only way you can take it down. You can shoot your gun at it all fucking day. It won't do anything. So obviously, also, if you're using tweaks, you can bring in a weapon. And I don't know if you'd be able to take it down during that first fight, because until you jump over the roof, it's there. So I don't know if at that point you could potentially eliminate it and not have to go through that section. You know what? Since I have the automatic, I will take this pistol. I can't fucking make that jump. Oh, here you are. Okay, apparently Nathan can't make that jump either. That happens occasionally in this game, I will say. It is a little bit annoying. Because, like, obviously he just made a longer jump than the one he just fucked up. Oh, wait, I still have my AK, right? Yeah, okay. So, you know, that does happen. But it's not overall too bad. We are almost out of time, though. We made a lot more progress than I thought we would, honestly. Like, I didn't think that we would make it quite this far. I thought that we might make it, like, maybe into the hotel, and that would probably be the end of it.
Are you okay?
Oh, God, that hurts.
But yeah,
I'm gonna
so we
find
made
another way
pretty
down.
fucking good progress today, I will say. There is quite a bit that takes place in this city, I will say. Like, a lot that takes place in this city. We've still got a few chapters to go. But overall, the city is probably the last easy section. I mean, there is a section a little bit further ahead where there's zero combat in it for like 2 chapters. I mean, it's one of those ones where it's technically 2 chapters, but they could have just had it as 1 chapter and it would have been fine. And it would have made sense. But we get a special guest appearance in this one. Just at the end.
Whoa, hey, don't shoot.
Hey! Nate? What the hell are you doing
Oh,
here?
shit.
Jeff, don't!
Wait, you know this guy?
Yeah. This is Drake.
Oh. Sorry.
So, what's your angle on all this misery? You gonna plunder a few temples, loot the museum?
It's nice to see you two. Suppose you're here for some noble crusade, right?
Actually, we're trailing a fugitive war criminal. Zoran Lazarevic, have you heard of him?
Isn't that NATO's job?
Well, they think that he's dead. Killed in some bombing raid.
Oh, and you're here to prove otherwise.
You know what? This guy's a real monster, Nate. We're talking torture, mutilation, mass executions. See, now he's plotting something new. But why out here? Why tear apart the city, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh.
What?
No. Tell me you don't have anything to do with this.
That's ridiculous.
There you are, Nate. I think I lost them.
Oh, whoa. It's all right, Chloe. They're journalists.
Oh. We need to keep moving if we want to stay one step ahead of Lazarevic, so...
Oh, man, Nate.
Hey, wait. Now, don't jump to conclusions, Elena.
I'm sorry, am I sensing some history here?
Oh, Elena Fisher. Last year's model.
That's cute. Yeah. No. Glad you find this so funny.
Well, it's just I never figured you for the white bread picket fence type.
She's a lot tougher than she looks, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, what?
She broke your heart.
Oh, please.
She did,
You know what?
she?
Maybe I broke hers.
Oh, yes, Casanova. We need to get moving.
Wait. They're coming with us.
Can't be serious.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I can't just ditch them in the middle of this mess.
They're only going to slow us down, and if we get
Chloe.
caught, if Lazarevic catches you and me together...
I'm not leaving them behind.
You don't always have to play the bloody hero, you know? Nate! Just dance with the one who brought you, all right?
Yeah, I get it. But they're still coming with us.
Well, we don't need saving, Nate.
Thank you.
You might want to rethink that.
Shit. Run!
All right, so that will be the end of this chapter. I will go run around the corner here so I can do my outro in peace. So thank you all for watching. We have reunited with Elena. Chloe is already jealous after 5 seconds of meeting her. So we will see how that plays out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.